Welcome to 501 Crossroads, your show all about nonprofits and the people that make the mission happen. I'm Marjorie Moore, President and CEO of Mind's Eye, and my personal mission is to make nonprofits stronger by identifying and fixing the rubs that so often come up between people and the mission. My fabulous co-host, the nonprofit ninja Natalie Jablonski, is here.
That's right, specializing in helping nonprofits maximize their time, talent, and resources to achieve organizational greatness. Hey, Marjorie.
Hey, Natalie, what's up?
I am excited because tonight's another
One-on-one.
Ooh, that was a fancy clink.
It is good. I like these glasses.
They're
They're
like
big.
the glasses, but you know what I really like?
The wine?
The wine.
It's good wine.
The wine is fantastic because the wine makes me in mood to celebrate and think happy thoughts.
Yeah. And Natalie, where did you get this wine?
I got it actually from my fabulous employees who gave it to me as a gift because not only are they awesome, but they know me so well.
That is true. So this wine is sponsored by Natalie's employees.
That's right. And cheers to all of you. And you know who you are out there. So I thought, let's have a little fun.
Okay.
We've got this New Year's thing going on. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I've heard about it. It's almost here.
It's right around the corner.
Yikes.
And last year, if you recall, I know we do a lot of episodes, weekly episodes, for those of you who have joined us for the first time. Yeah. You have lots of catching up to do. Last year, we did a great Magic 8 Ball. It was on your phone. I think we had an app that Mike found.
We did. There was an app for that.
And there was an app, and the app was delayed because of some Wi-Fi challenges I think we had. But
yeah, and you had to type everything in there. It was a whole thing.
After a couple glasses of wine, that was a little hard.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of silence in that episode.
There was. So for Christmas last year, as a kind of an ongoing joke, and also it turns out to be helpful, Marjorie got me a Magic 8 Ball, which now sits in my office. And whenever I get asked a question that I think is kind of silly, I tell my team to ask the Magic 8 Ball, and they are sometimes really happy with the answer, and sometimes they shake it and try again. So I brought my Magic 8 Ball, and I thought, let's have some fun, and I get to do the 8 Ball this year.
That seems fair.
Okay.
I did it last year.
That's fair. And to be honest, your predictions were kind of a little questionable.
Well, there was a lot of probably hazy try again.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hopefully we'll have a better luck with the real 8 Ball, right?
Yes.
This is 100% accurate for an 8 Ball prediction.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad I got you a good one.
Yes. I've noticed that it's 100% accurate with a slight margin of error of 98%. And so we are going to see, I thought would be fun, bad habits. We all have them.
Not me.
I think you probably do. And so the question will be, if we're thinking of New Year's resolutions, if we want to crush some of those bad habits, what would they be? And Magic 8 Ball will tell us if we would be successful, so we know what to really invest our time in.
Okay. So my first bad habit that I'm going to throw out there that I'm going to break in 2018 is I am not going to be the one that eats all of the donuts that the volunteers brought at 9:00 in the morning and then are still there at 3:00 this year.
Oh, goodness me. So we are talking about a donut addiction. So in addition to wine, y'all.
It's not even addiction. I don't even like donuts that much, but they're there and it's 3:00 and oh my God, I'm hungry.
Well, here's my thing with donuts. I always love the thought of them.
Yes.
And then I get them and I look at them and they're so pretty. And I don't want to disturb them in their little box.
I could think about it that way.
And so I actually have the opposite problem in that people will bring in donuts and I'm like, I really should eat one because I feel bad that they don't think I like them because I'm not eating their donuts. And so I eat it more out of guilt.
And that's part of the reason I end up eating all the donuts because I'm like, oh God, I can't let these go to waste.
So
they go to my waist.
Yeah. I like it. So the question, Magic 8 Ball, is will Marjorie kick her donut guilt eating habit? And it says, outlook is good.
Yeah, that's going to be at least 20 ED pounds.
I love it. Well, I tell you what. So here's one of my problems, just one of many. So I am fairly organized. And those who know me would probably even joke that I'm underestimating myself because I've been known to be a little OCD. Okay, let's be honest. We're amongst friends, right? It's just me and you. No one else is listening.
Nobody listens to this.
It's just, I'm a lot OCD and I own it and I know it. It's okay. That being said, I overcompensate my super organizational skills and habits by being so organized that I procrastinate thinking that because I'm organized, I've allotted enough time.
Oh.
So let me give you a scenario. We all write grants. It's part of the wonderful opportunity that we get as a nonprofit to beg for money from other people. I mean, to justify money from other people, right? To support this fantastic mission we have.
Invite them to make a gift.
Invite them to, yes. But there's very specific guidelines and regulations and such. So I am way organized. I have a year-long calendar that has a reoccurrence, so I know when all of my grants are due. It gives me a 2-week alert notification on my phone and on my computer to remind me the grant's due in 2 weeks. And I'm like, I am organized. Like on the outside, it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the procrastination world. I'm organized, so I can wait until a few days before because I know it's due. Like that's not helping. And I don't read 2 weeks before, I don't read the notes. So I don't realize I have to have 6 copies of it and they all have to be bound and stapled and they can't be front to back and they have to be in individual binders and delivered in hand on a pony that's, walking backwards down the street. Like I don't know all those rules until I get there.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention, when you went to the thing.
Right. So I'm organized, but the organization actually influences me to procrastinate.
Oh, that's not good. Well, you should just stop being organized.
I don't think that's what I was going for. I thought maybe I would try to not use my organization as an excuse to procrastinate.
That's true. Using an organization as your crutch is a dangerous thing.
It is. So
let's see what the
Magic 8 Ball
says.
Will I kick that habit of procrastination and blame it on organization? It says, don't count on it. Well, to all of my fantastic funding organizations out there, you can imagine I will still be pulling up very crazy, screeching holds in front of your organization. And
as long as the pony's in the back seat, it's
fine. And who doesn't need a pony in the back seat of a car? Well, that's sad. But thank you, Magic 8 Ball. At least I have a dose of reality. What about you? What's another guilty pleasure / bad habit?
So you know how you're really good at sending thank you notes to everybody, and
I get complimented on that. Enough that I actually feel like I'm pretty good at it too.
Yeah, I mean, we've done entire shows on Natalie's thank you notes.
And if you haven't gotten one from me, don't take it personally. I probably procrastinated.
Yeah, well, that's a possibility. So, but I am the opposite. I am terrible at it.
Really?
I have the best of intentions. I
Even
think
after
about
the
it for
show?
days. Even after the show. I know exactly what I should write. It's written in my head. Sometimes it even gets written.
Marjorie.
And then there's not a... So in next year, I'm gonna start sending thank you notes.
Would you like to know how crazy I am about thank you notes? And my husband will verify this, and he listens to the show, so he's probably going to be giggling during this piece. When we got married, almost 20 years ago, when we got on the plane 3 days after we got married to go on our honeymoon, and it was a delay because we had family in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went on our honeymoon. On the plane, we sat side by side, and where most people rest or relax or their honeymoon and they're giggling and they're having... No, I plopped out on our desk our thank you notes, and I said, we will get these done. Here's the stamps, and we will mail them when we land. And I would write one, he would write one, we'd switch, and we'd write our signature.
Nice.
We had them all addressed, and we mailed them in Florida when we landed, and everyone had them within the first week of every single gift and card. And everyone who was,
that's impressive.
People were like, you need to get a life. So good habits aren't always healthy. But so you think this is it, huh?
Yeah.
2018 is the year.
I'm going to write some thank you notes this year.
So
not just the ones that I have to write to donors because
you
they
have
gave
to?
us money. And I appreciate that, Mark, donors' gifts. I don't want to make it so, but I'm good at those. Those, I have somebody who helps
do you have
me
a goal? Would you like to write so many a month?
I'm going to send one a week.
That's 52 for those of you who do math. 52.
I'll send one out every time I post a show.
That's to Natalie. Thank you for reminding me for a thank you note. What do you think, Magic 8 Ball? What are the odds? 52 thank you notes? What do you think? It says it is certain.
Whoa. It's going to happen then.
According to the Magic 8 Ball, which is only wrong 98% of the time.
So next week,
it should be.
Here it goes.
So those of you who've been waiting for your thank you note, wait no longer. You might be number 52 on the list, but the other one is coming your way. Do you know what I did one year? I did, our family is Catholic, and we celebrate Lent by doing something in particular. Either we give up something or we commit to doing something special during that season. One year I did 40 days of thanks.
Oh, that's awesome.
I wrote a thank you letter, not a note, but a thank you letter, 40 of them in 40 days. Now, some days I wasn't able to get to one, which meant they piled up and I would do 4 or 5 on one day. But I wanted to do them to not only the people in my direct circle, but I wanted to do them outside of that and think of outside the box. So it was easy to pick off the first ones, like, hey, parents, child, spouse, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then have you ever gotten to 20 and start realizing you really need to start thinking about who you can thank?
Yeah.
You get really creative. And then all of a sudden when you start writing it, it's very emotional. Yeah. I wrote a thank you letter to the volunteers at our local library because I loved going to the library and they always made it such a fun experience. And My kids loved going, and I thought, man, that's a great place to go. And so I wrote a thank you note to the barista, who I didn't know their name, but always served me coffee whenever I came by.
Oh,
just to let them know that when they got my order right, it made my day. And it seems like such a mundane task, but to me it was a big deal. And I hand delivered each one of them, and I'm a big thank you girl.
I kind of like that.
I like it too. But you know what I'm not really good at? I'm not good at breaking the rules. Now,
you are a rule follower.
I am a rule follower. My sister teases me about this a lot. And I get called out a lot about it. Now, you would think, Natalie, that's a good thing. You're following the rules. Sometimes the rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah, sometimes there's dumb rules.
Yeah, agreed. And example, when we have a yard sale at my house, our village says that the yard sale may not open for business until 7 a.m. And signs may not be put out until 7 a.m. Would you like to know when we open our yard sale and when the signs go out?
You are the person that will not make a sale until 7 o'clock.
I won't do it. I won't. And it drives my sister bonkers.
And it's got to drive those people that show up at 6
and
o'clock
I'm like,
to
I'm
get
sorry,
the deals.
The law says I can't. And they're like, there is no police around here anywhere. And so, and they're like, what about speeding? People say, what about speeding? Surely you speed.
You do not speed.
I don't. You've been with me. You've told me, Natalie, seriously, over 4 miles an hour. You can do it. It's like,
yep.
I know. I have a beautiful sports car that my husband bought me, and
with no dings on it.
Has
I will say
no dings in all the years I've had it. And I don't think it's been above 70 miles an hour, and that's only because the highway said 70. So I'm thinking maybe stretch out of my comfort zone a little bit. I'm not saying I should be, getting a speeding ticket at 90 miles an hour. That's not being safe.
Yeah.
But there's some times where I could be like, it's not the rule, but it's okay. So I'm thinking I'm going to be a little bit of a rule breaker in 2018.
All right.
I'm going to be outside the box, but pressed right up against it.
So you're going to go to a comedy club and there's a 2-drink minimum and only drink 1 drink?
Well, now that would involve alcohol, and that's a little ridiculous. So that would never happen. If there was a 2-drink maximum, maybe I would break that rule.
Okay.
But that would be fair.
Yeah. Take somebody's ticket at the chamber meeting so that you can get 2 drinks. That might be the way to go.
Wow. But there's only supposed to be 2 per person. Okay, that would be one. I could do that.
I think we have some former guests who would definitely help you in this.
Look at this. I'm already feeling awkward and uncomfortable about the concept behind it. Like the rule police are going to come out and get me. But maybe with some help. Maybe. So how about Magic 8 Ball with some help and support? I'm going to be a little bit of a rule breaker in 2018. It's going to happen. And it says, yes, definitely.
Nice.
Magic 8 Ball is excited that I am going to break some rules as long as I don't break my Magic 8 Ball. I think that's what he's worried about.
That's pretty important.
I like it. How about one more just for fun?
Okay, one more for the road. So one of my really bad habits, it's more of a personal long-term bad habit.
Ooh, it's getting personal.
Yeah. So,
our listeners are going to get some inside knowledge.
Those who know me know that I have one flaw. One flaw.
Yes, only one. I was going to say that too. Only one.
It's that my fingernails are bitten to shreds.
I actually know this very well because I comment on them. Normally you have them all danced up fancy with like some covering.
Yeah, sometimes I put the acrylics and the gel and the stuff over them, but it's not really good for your nails to do that for too long. And then,
we've had this conversation because there is one thing, and probably the only thing that you're jealous of me of
is your fingernails.
Is my fingernails.
Which are gorgeous and long and beautiful.
And they're all natural. And I thank you somehow whenever I was born, God said, give that child good nails because she's going to have a rough life. And that's what I have. I have natural nails. And unless they're, right now they're a little dirty. I was doing some yard work, but.
Oh, well, hey, you were doing things.
That's true. That's true. But yours needs some help.
They need some help. They need to maybe have somebody stop biting them.
Well, I was wondering because they look a little jagged on the edges.
They are. Well, and I just, peeled off the acrylics the other day, and so now they're really rough.
Bad for those. Didn't your mother ever smack your hand out of your mouth? Whatever.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, she needs to maybe do that more.
We tried everything. We did the sprays. We did the things. I think it's going to come down to like pure.
Have you done Tabasco sauce?
Done that.
Oh,
like you name it. I put Tide on my fingernails. Like it does not help.
She could not only try to break her habit, but she could do her laundry all at the same time.
All in my mouth. It's no good.
So you're thinking this might be the year?
This might be the year. I'm going to stop chewing my fingernails this year.
Magic 8 Ball.
This will be the 38th year of this pledge. Let's see how it goes.
What do you think? What are her odds? What it says? Concentrate harder and ask again. Even the Magic 8 Ball's not so sure about this.
I don't know about this.
Maybe we'll let that one slide because I have a feeling that's going to be a tough one for you.
I think so. Yeah, well, those fake nails aren't that expensive.
So for my last one, I'll do a little personal note as well. Then, so For me, I have been getting into more fashion jewelry, which everyone's like, what do you mean you've been getting into it? Like it's a whole section in a department store. I get this.
It's a whole section in her closet.
It is now. And my problem is I love it. I buy it and I keep it in my closet.
Oh, that's not a good place for it.
Well, it's beautiful there. It's sparkly. And my clothes think it's a great accompaniment while they're all hanging out during the day. I would like to put more actually on my neck.
On your body.
And my fingers and my
Do you know my great aunt, Florence, who was
I did not know her.
She was fantastic. She was a clothes horse. She was everything. She was that fantastic aunt. So.
Did she talk like this? Oh, Hattie, you're so fabulous.
And she's a little Polish, so she's from Chicago, and so.
I like it.
Yeah.
She's a good company.
Yeah. Oh, she was great company. She liked her wine too. But she would actually, her hangers had the entire outfit. So she had her shirt and her pants and the necklace was hanging around it and the earrings were in the pockets and
wow,
it was ready to go. She'd pick it up and she'd put it on. It was there. So
that sounds like very structured. I would like that concept.
When I was thinking about it, I was like, Aunt Florence was pretty OCD about this, and this might be a way to transfer that.
So part of my OCDness is I don't know how to wear it right. I get confused. I've surrounded myself with people who know how to do this, not only professionally, but also it's just like a personal habit of theirs.
Oh yeah.
So I've invested in this jewelry. I would really like to wear it. So my goal is to do some more research and to get a little more comfortable with, I don't know how I'm wearing this today, but I'm going to put it on and wear it for a whole day. It's like 8 hours, right? What could it hurt? And the worst case scenario, someone's like, wow, look at her. She obviously doesn't know how to wear it. Which, if that's the worst they thought of me, I'm okay.
Yeah, worst, and you can just throw it in your purse and put it back later.
Yeah, see, my fear is I would throw it in my purse before I get to work. So I'm going to take a few more risks when it comes to jewelry and learn how to actually wear it so it looks appropriate. And this one says outlook is good.
Nice. I'm looking forward to some snazzy Natalie this year.
I'll have some snazzy outfits. You'll have some fabulous nails. Oh, no, your nails aren't going to go there, but that's okay.
I'm going to send some thank you notes.
So, yeah. And you know what? And maybe to your nail tech, because she's going to obviously need the support.
She's going to need a lot.
Well, whatever you are doing out there for your New Year's resolutions, may your holiday predictions be fabulous.
Yeah, and happy New Year to all of you.
That's right. And enjoy it with a great glass of wine.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And thank you to all of you for joining us on 501 Crossroads. 501 Crossroads is recorded at the studios of Mind's Eye Radio and is produced and hosted by me, Marjorie Moore.
And me, Natalie Jablonski.
Mike Curtis is our sound engineer. Please go to iTunes or Stitcher or your favorite app and subscribe and leave us some feedback so others can find us. You can find us on Facebook at 501 Crossroads. Thank you for listening, and remember, we're all working towards the same outcomes.